Welcome back. I would apologize, but, you know, it happens. Alright, so what do I mean by it? Well, life, moves on. So, I had stuff to do around the house, and I had to take the family on a trip, and I had lots of fun, so, not a lot got done. I still got some stuff in the works. There is a big car show / streetcar drag strip event coming up next weekend. I'm going to put a link down in the description for that, in case you're interested. I'm taking the Z there. I'm probably not going to drag, but I got a couple of friends that are dragging, so that'll be pretty cool. And I'm planning on doing some footage there too. So if you see this and your car is going to be there, drop me a line. I'll come over and we'll take a look at your car. But this episode is maintenance. If you remember back, the second episode I did was with the valve covers. Yeah, that didn't fix shit. So we're still having the issues. So I need to change the oil because this one drastically low and it burns a ton of oil. I just did this 2 months ago. I'm already got to change the oil. So what I did do is I went ahead and put some SeaFoam in there, and that stuff is this stuff. Says SeaFoam right there. Now this stuff is motor treatment, but you can use it on gas or diesel. Cleans injectors, carbs, stabilize fuels, control moisture in fuels, noisy lifters, this thing does a lot of stuff. So what I did was I went ahead and looked up the instructions on how to put this in my oil, because what I've been reading on some of the forums is that all the gunk and stuff, and this is a above 100,000 mile vehicle, so it's high mileage. So I don't know if this has ever been done. So I want to go ahead and clean it out. So I went ahead and dumped some of that in this morning. It's like 1 quart or 1 ounce for every quart of oil. I'm down to 4 quarts in here. I actually had to put some in there, so I went ahead and put that in there, and then I put the rest of it in my gas tank, which you can run through, clean the injectors, and do all that stuff. I haven't put this stuff in my Z yet, although I'm thinking about putting some in the gas tank just to clean everything out. And that's the other maintenance stuff I got to do, is I got to change the oil on my car too. So this episode is going to be both vehicles. Fleet, is it considered a fleet? My fleet of vehicles, my duel of vehicles, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. 2 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and change the oil on this, because I already ran this through, and they say go ahead and drive 100-150 miles, which I did this morning. I went ahead and got on the highway and tried to really work the engine and get it going. Try and loosen up everything that I could. So now I'm going to go ahead and drain it, and then I'm going to run a quart, probably 1.5 quarts through it without putting the drain plug back in or the filter, and go ahead and just see if I can flush out some of that gunk. And then once I do that and it stops dripping, I'm going to go ahead and put the plug in, put the new filter in, and then fill it up with oil. So, and that should be this. Then the next thing I got to do is change all 8 spark plugs. So I got those, and I already told you guys about the issue I had with that. I believe it's cylinder 1. It's either 1 or 8. But I'll go ahead and I'll put the ODBI on there so you can see exactly what it says. But it's going to tell me misfire, and when I pull that spark plug out, you're going to see that it's fouled, it's black. I'm hoping that we can clean some of this up and hopefully minimize the amount of oil that I'm burning through, because this is getting a little ridiculous. I just changed oil two months ago, and that's 6 quarts, and it was telling me I was low. So got some major issues. Now the car, it's running great. As far as just a quick update, the Plasti Dip is faring okay. It's been a month. There's some spots that have kind of rubbed off. So the lettering, that lasted about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. Now, granted, I put 120 miles a day on my car driving to and from work. So that is a lot of time. And it's a lot of time on the road. And of course, it's going to have an effect if I paint the lettering on the tires. So I kind of expected that. And also, the lettering on this is not the raised lettering. I don't know if you could tell from the video, but it's the outside is raised, and then there's these sort of little cross-hatch raised parts of it, and I think that's another reason why it didn't stick too well. And I'll take a picture of it later. I'll run the camera by so you can see what I'm talking about. Other than that, cold air intake still working really well. I'm hoping the oil change will help it out a little bit. It's been running a little warm, but then it's been in the hundreds this week, so that's no surprise. But other than that, that's what the plan is. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and glove up, and we'll effing do it. Well, that was a mess. I got a nice spot on my driveway, I think, and yeah. Last time, I swear, it didn't go this bad, so it seems like she's just coming out everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump a quart or a quart and a half through here now, and let it just go all the way through and then out the bottom. And then once we do that and it finishes draining, hopefully it'll grab a bunch of that sludge or whatever's in there. And we'll go ahead and fill it up. All right, go ahead and pour it in there. Oops. All right, so I had already did half a quart, so I just put another half a quart. I'll show you so you can see. So you can see it's coming right out. So we'll go ahead and let that finish draining. A couple of mosquitoes out here. We'll let that finish draining, then I'll go ahead and get the filter ready. Just went with a different one. This is a ultra synthetic rather than the last one that I used, which was just I think it was like an all-purpose. It was supposed to also cover that, but I put a little bit of oil around the top here, then go ahead and screw that in, put the drain plug in, and then fill it with 6 quarts of oil, and then that's it. And then we'll start it up, see how it sounds, then we'll pull it off, and then we'll do the spark plugs. Got the filter in, got the drain plug in and tight. I just put the filter in hand tight. That's all you're supposed to do. Now I just got to go ahead and dump 6 quarts of oil in there, and then we'll start it up and see what it looks like. All right, let's do it. Full oil change went good. I had planned on doing the spark plugs now and then jumping over and doing the Z, but as you can see, it's starting to get dark, and our town decided that since 4th of July falls on a Wednesday this year, they're going to do their fireworks tonight. So we're going to go ahead and clean up, and I'm going to take the family to go see some fireworks, and then I'm going to jump on this first thing in the morning. So for you, it's going to be like right after this, it's going to be the next morning. All right, see you in about 2 seconds.